there's anything that can work, I mean, this is an easy block. Like, otherwise they are dead on board. And this feels absolutely fair. I don't see any issues with this one. And this way we also have Convoke. Man, they have no way. They made the wrong call. They really made the wrong call. Right now we can untap every... Oh man, this is exactly how I dreamed this deck will go. Oh, it's so good. Oh, even Glimmer. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today one of the most insane Dimir we have showcased recently, and it looks normal, but when you see this in action, it just skyrockets to oblivion with the value, because you are playing Invasion of Segovia on turn 3, you get 2 tokens that everyone ignores, and then at the end step of the next turn you play Curiosity, it already can attack on your turn, you flip Invasion, and those 2 tokens that they ignored draw you 2 different cards, then you untap everything and you have 4 extra mana for spells while also drawing 2 cards a turn, and then you just go from there, because you can go up to 10 cards, 15 cards, whatever is the limit for you. So the deck goes insane on scaling and it's hilarious to play. We have a lot of creatures hidden in our cards. Phantom Interference, it's a creature. Twist Reality, it's a creature. 3 steps ahead, it can copy a creature. Fountainports, they create tokens. Every token with like Glimmerburst is extra card every turn, and even if they kill Curiosity, it's still enchantment, so they need to answer those small tokens card for card until the rest of the game. And I'll tell you, nearly every deck just cannot do this, and they get buried under your value, as we'll show today. So before we see this monster in action, please consider joining a Patreon and supporting the content. If you are feeling extra kind, you get early access to all of the decks, and you get immortalized in one of the videos. So basically you can, in 10 years, tell to your grandchildren, I was here when Sloth was a small channel, and everyone will clap, alright? I guarantee. Alright, guys. And really thank you for everyone who supported it. It really means a lot. So, have fun, guys, and let's see some gameplay. Alright, Shuffler is fine. Shuffler is so fine. Alright, we are going with our small cool combo, and we'll flood him with tokens. If that's like an Orzhov or something, I think they are gone. Because we will just absolutely outvalue their removal. This is kinda 3 cards in one, if you force removal for every part of it. I hope that they will go for the Cardo. I think we start like this. They will probably attack our face, hoping for a double block, and we won't go for it. We can play Curiosity, get 2 cards instantly, and that will make our opponent like, oh no, oh no. Yep, here we go, no blocks. We're at 20, so that's very comfortable for us. Here's your honk. I mean, Liliana is not the prime best card against what we have here. I want the land for the next turn, for sure. This is interesting, because they will actually attack their hand more than they will attack our hand. They don't know about it yet, but this is exactly what will happen. Oh my god, I got so scared I did something wrong and I cannot cast it. Well, if you enjoy, my friend, discarding my cards, here we go, here we go. Man, this is such a brutal combo and nobody expects it. And here we go, that's a direct removal. So Liliana shouldn't be a problem, and our opponent is just extremely behind with this play. And this is our setup. Man, we didn't even play this at the end step, because then we would flip Segovia instantly. But even if they kill it, they probably cannot get rid of the enchantment, so this still matters. When it matters so much, we actually ignored Liliana for this, and it paid dividends. Now we can destroy everything while keep... You can see the consternation on the other side. He was like, yeah, I know what game I'm playing, and now it's like, oh. And I mean, I'm still getting my stuff. This is so cool, man. They cannot even -2 because there's nothing to -2 really. It actually helps us more than it hurts. Oh man, they got actually scared with this. And we are still drawing cards, even with this. Alright, a tap land, and probably 3 damage. Yep. Great. So, what are we doing right now? We probably go with the Verge. It's always better in this kind of situation. So we can kill Liliana, but first let's draw some cards, shall we? And by some, I mean 1. But you can see, we drew 3 cards. Those are exactly the 3 cards that we are ahead. So yeah, that's a big deal. I'm not sure if we want to, kill Liliana already. Probably yes, I think that's the play. We can discard the card even. But Liliana doesn't do anything, man. Like, -2 does nothing, +1 hurts them more than it hurts us. So we actually can kill it at 6 loyalty, because beforehand it doesn't matter. And this is something I expected, like, some big creature that is super problematic. Man, they are literally attacking their own hand more than anything else. I honestly think they should -2 or something. Liliana is just completely not useful here. Well, the bat is annoying. I always forget about the bat, man. Literally every time. It's interesting that they are actually attacking still. And so we will go with this. This is really good for us. They get 0 value, and they probably don't really want to draw this card. Alright, they decided they won't, but it's not very good still. So we can triumph this, and then try to draw a lot of cards. I really like this. I really like it. And we have a counter spell on top of it. I will pay 3 life, which is scary, but it's worth it. We can kill it later with Deadly Cover-Up, but it will be so slow for them to get back that I don't think they will go for it. I'm super sad about this but I guess we would discard it anyway. So probably not the biggest deal. And we are drawing 2 cards guaranteed. And this is how we outvalue our opponent, like, super hard, man. Man, this is actually working so much better than I hoped for. They actually have to lose all the pressure. And here we go with new cards. This is so brutal. Oh my god, those are such good draws. Those are 2 power cards. So if they go with the Dread Knight, they can still activate the Temple, right? It's 4 and 2, so perfect mana. But they need to play it, not draw cards with it. I could also twist reality and make a Manifest Dread, so we draw more cards. Hostile Investigator, really good card. I think this is worth a counter spell, because it keeps them going and we actually want them to stop going. Virtue is super slow, so I don't think it will super matter. Alright, here's the Dread Knight. Let's see how... they will probably plus, right? Because they have nothing in hand. And I will probably go for the throw. That the cover-up is a weird one. We are doing so many cards that I think we can hope that we hit the next one, I think.
Drop it.
We just want this so we can keep drawing cards. While also counter-spelling. So we kill this. Liliana is at 4, still a lot. But we are doing 2 extra cards right now. And we also have a counter spell. So if they draw a land into Virtue, we can even counter it. Or we can just counter. Oh my god, this is so good. This is such a good draw. I was so excited, I think I forgot to play a land for the turn. This is how excited I got about drawing 2 cards and making a token that will draw me the 3rd card. Sure, that's fine. This is tapped, it doesn't matter. I think they will go for -2 here. This is actually something we probably would like to respond to. This is... oh, they are drawing cards? If they draw a land, they can play it still. Alright. If they don't... yeah, you are thinking. You are right. And I think this is not a land. Sure. We sacrifice this guy. And we draw 2 cards and we draw extra ones. 2 lands is probably not the best draw of my life, but we will take it. We will take it. Now let's go with Fountainport. We already have 1 Citadel. Alright, so how do we go about it? We can kill Liliana, discard a card to Aklazot, and then try to start winning this. I think this is a good deal. So 1 problem solved. If they want to go for Virtue, they need to tap everything. Cottage is a little bit annoying, but I think we can work with it. Alright, So this is the turn that we solved one of the big problems for the game. Liliana wasn't very good, but she still was, you know, it's always one extra action per turn. So even losing those tokens mitigated quite a lot of cards, so we need to answer her at some point. And now the last problem is Akrazot, honestly. Virtue will be a problem, but it will probably never enter the battlefield. So our opponent has an interesting choice. He can go for a Cottage and just go super all in. This is 8 damage, so no joke. And we actually don't have removal. And they went the greedy way. The Greed Lord way. Which I can respect. If we counter it... Do I want to draw the cards? Or we make a fish? I think this is a little bit better overall. I think we might manifest Dread, to be honest. It's a counterspell is actually super good here, so maybe we won't counterspell more than extra cards. We can use the Fountainport for the same thing. Alright. So now we will learn. We will not give a bat. The lifelink matters, but we should start hitting removal really quickly. So it shouldn't matter too much. And let's get extra cards. Alright. I'm in full swing. That's how we do it. And we draw 3 extra cards. So basically half new head. This is so good. Found the interference. Alright, alright. And that's the card we needed. And now I think we win the game. So we will do it in the combat phase. Yeah, I think with this draw, our opponent lost. We also can use Phantom Interference to make another Spirit token, and like we will draw 5 cards a turn. This is a good choice, honestly. And let's see if they want to go to combat phase. Yep, they do. So now we go for the Throat here, because Cottage is easier to block overall. And this is super annoying for them. I think we go with Fish here. It's also pretty efficient. We still have a counter spell if we want. Our opponent, well, you know, there you're going because they know they will lose. They're just trying to play it out. And I know I'm winning, so I'm taking my time. We actually will block this. There's nothing in the graveyard, so we don't really care. And we can main phase Whale even to get rid of this. So this will be one of the last problems right now. And we have Negate to protect it. So we block. Our opponent is on his way to lose the game, but cannot make peace with it yet. If we had better stats, sure bro, sure. If you insist. Another problem solved. Alright. If we had bigger creature like Whale, we could start flipping this. That would make it so much easier. But I want to flip in one turn. And we don't really have this right now. Let's go Reef. This will definitely be an upside. And we have 2 mana if we play like this. So this is Negate. You know what? We should just see the new cards, right? Yep. 3 new cards, please. I don't like those. I need some extra. This deck is so fun. Like, you're doing stuff for free every turn. We don't need... So Curiosity is a nice one. They will go with Cottage because that's their last chance to win this game. So we okay, so we keep everything. They will attack probably with this. Flip this if they can. We bridge this. Sure. I mean, that's even easier. And we have Deadly Cover-Up, so we can always answer Akrazot. But we don't even need to. We can just keep removing it every time it flips. Like, it's so slow that if you are doing 7 new cards every turn, you will just go over it. And this also improves Lifa quite a lot. And now I think with this they lost super hard. So we start flipping, we draw 3 new cards. And that means we have all the creatures untapped, and this will be super hard for them to block. Oh boy, look at this, this is not fair at all. And we also get the Sea Tyrant of Segovia. Disfigure, nice. Nice, 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 and nice. Alright, so we get rid of all the lands and we take the rest basically. And now we untap this, this, and this, which makes blocking way easier. 1, 2, 3, and Citadel is way too slow. The game will end before it will be useful. That's... I forgot about it again. I will forget about it every time, man. Oh my god, it's fine, don't you worry, it's fine. They cannot even attack with all of them, but definitely helping my opponent as much as possible. We can disfigure one of them and Glimmerburst another one. So let's see how they will roll about it. We need to wait until they attack with Aclazot, so this time I will remember to not discard a land. Man, Aclazot is my ultra Bane, like every time I just give the value for this. So this figure goes here. The bats are here to protect him, it seems. So let's win this game with style. I will keep Negate anyway. Honestly, if we go 3 steps ahead, they don't have too much mana. I think we actually can go like this. There are many ways to win this game, I guess. But we'll go first like this. Because I think we can just kill our opponent on the next turn. We should have enough value to just go roll him. Like, we'll swing call, kill this one with this figure. We will have Glimmerburst and potentially Curiosity if we really want to. Alright, our opponent doesn't like our place, it seems. I'm not surprised. They went on bottom, so they decided it's too slow. It's probably correct. Do I want to trade against it? Yeah, I guess we can, but we can do it later. Let's block like this, because that means this figure will actually make it that they don't deal any damage. And we get a free trade for 1 mana. And there's only 1 card, so that should be good with Negate. We went a little bit messy about this game, because I'm always forgetting those bats. But as you can see, it's still good enough. Alright. I think Whale is really good here, right? Or not? I think Glimmer is actually a little bit better here. Let's tap everything here, because this is free mana every turn, basically. Alright, I hoped for removal, but it's fine. It is fine. We go with this. And I think we actually go for more fish, because we still need a little bit more. Oh, here's our removal. Let's go Fountainport, we can support multiples. And let's get rid of Nissa here. We're also live again. So this will, be probably a cleanup turn. I don't think they can fight against this. So let's go 1 we actually go double. And we... Why would you... This Sunken Citadel, like, why would you not activate it? Alright, it's fine. Alright, it's fine. We'll just roll with it. That's a good swing. And let's start meeting our opponent. Wow, that was Nissa. So this is a force block right now. And I think they still die, right? I didn't count the damage, but they need to block every big creature, and that's still 5 damage, and 5 new cards for us. And we still have a counter spell, right? I'm kind of surprised that our opponent is still playing. I don't see any way they can win. Even with all my misplays, it's not even close, right? I need to deal 6 damage. Their deck doesn't have burn. Like, what is the best burn? I guess... Oh, I think they want Nissa. Right? If there's anything that can work... I mean, this is an easy block. Like, otherwise they are dead on board. And this feels absolutely fair. I don't see any issues with this one. Just drawing 10 cards or something. Alright. Yep, it's enough. Alright, chill. Please, Shuffler, stop. What is this game? Alright. There's no Aclazot, so... Oh, I have Kaito in my deck. I forgot that we never hit any of them. Alright. I need to discard a lot of cards. Let's get this, and this. It's pretty cool because you get extra mana as well. Oh, this is the interface we're getting. So, definitely Negate. Phantom Interference, Disfigure, Counter Spell. I mean, Virtue. Kaito to tap something. Oh, and that's sure. I mean, why not? Why not? This is a pretty nicely stacked hand, and our opponent has one. That's a nice Dread Knight, and they paid for the extra cards, so let's not pay mana for our final counter spell of the game. Nope, the final Denial. And now we can full swing, right? I think they hope we will mill ourselves, to be honest. But we are not making this mistake. Yeah, I think they... Well, but man, the damage is first, the Cardo triggers are second. So there's like no way to win this game anyway. Alright, we're going first. I'm really happy we are going first, because this is kinda a slow hand. Even though we have Curve, we don't really have anything else. So, Accidental Genius. Listen bro, I know the pain, alright? I can relate. Oh man, this sounds so bad. Let's go with the first. And we will try to go with Segovia into Curiosity. There's no way anyone... Oh my god, is that another Sleek Shot deck? Is anyone playing anything that isn't a Sleek Shot deck? Do you think they can already kill us? That's always my favorite question. I think we go with Invasion. I could see us playing extremely different, but I want to go into this aggressive road. And we will see how they play. Forge. Well, that's the card I didn't want to see here. And Sleek Shot. This is kinda interesting. Of course we don't block, it's not worth it, especially on this turn. You attack. You will attack. I'll give you some spoilers. Alright. Forge is a huge problem. So we probably want to kill it, right? We could go Curiosity. But it is a little bit slow. Those two cards are really tempting, man. And it also blocks the token. Alright, we are ultra aggressive here because we can complete take over the game if we don't die on the next turn. Like, look at this value, man. 3 cards, 4 days. And here it is, like, this is the answer. If we don't die on this turn, I think we win. So let's see if he is... So he used this turn to set up, and that's his mistake, because right now we can take over the game fully. And we also mitigate this 2 damage, which is super nice as well. We can actually start killing every Forge token probably until the rest of the game. Let's go for Symmetrical Mana. So 1, 2... And this way we also have Convoke. Man, they have no way. They made the wrong call. They really made the wrong call. Right now we can untap every... Oh man, this is exactly how I dreamed this deck will go. Oh, it's so good. Oh, even Glimmer. And do I want more invasions? No, we can start casting everything at Convoke cost. I mean, why not? We can untap stuff as well. I think we don't go Citadel. We don't have any lands that do something, and before they will be activated, it will be too late. This is not how we want to play this. And our opponent just fell super behind. Do I want to counter it or just remove everything? I could make a copy, but I don't think it's worth it. I just want to make sure that we're super efficient here. The Curiosity might die. I want to make sure that, like, we have infinite card advantage right now. All we need to do is just to, you know, not die. And I think we can, in 1 or 2 turns, kill everything they have here. Sure. They might have 1 pump spell, but that's everything. That is everything. Let's see the attack. Oh, alright. They are going with it. Let's see what gets pumped. Sure, so we can actually kill both if we want. Let's get rid of this guy. Do I want to lose this? No, let's go like this. We have a lot of value here. And this one doesn't have trample, right? I believe... Oh, of course it gives... Why wouldn't it? And let's get rid of this. Just to make sure that we have everything. Alright. No value for our opponent. That's how we like it. Do we just full swing? Of course we just full swing. That's what we do against Monolith. Oh, but they actually might think about blocking. I think they lost. There's no way they're racing against us, and we even have the whale if we want. But it depends on the cards. If we hit or... Like, the point is, we can actually start removing forge tokens for the rest of the game. Alright, I mean... This is a hand, you know. I don't know what hand, but it's one of them. So we have a lot of sweepers, so hopefully it will be relevant. But you know what? I think we should be fine. With Invasion of Segovia, we have some pressure. We will draw into Curiosity at some point, and we can start to leverage our cards. In a way, it's 3 cards in one, you know, if you force them to respect every of those cards. I mean, I think one Deadly Corrupt can go. Like, I think we're overdrawing them a little bit. Okay, this is actually a decent draw. Do we want... Well, we want black mana, right? Because this for now is a blue land. So we want to make sure that we have both colors. And then we can start with Fountainport. Alright. Kinda scary. Our opponent is having extremely good synergy here. Way better than it should be. And if we hold mana, we risk that they won't attack with braids. But I think they will. I think they will. Right, let's go with Fountainport to provide some pressure. Yeah, we will go with the wild. Alright, so far a bit of a scary hand. We are not countering it, and we couldn't. I mean, listen, this definitely feels like Deadly Cover-Up to me. Alright, they will attack, that means they are not getting the trigger, which is nice for us. I really don't want to give them braids triggers, even like sacrificing land is really devastating. And this means we have extra turns. So, we can counter braids, and then go Deadly Cover-Up. Or play Invasion of Segovia, but that's not great right now. I think we just hold the mana, especially that if they cannot really attack right now, they need to pump it. Otherwise, we can make efficient trade, and they don't want. They don't want to do it. Yeah, like I don't really want to go Fountainport, but they don't know about it. I want to hold my mana. Perfect. I think they realized after clicking the combat phase that oh no, it makes no sense. I think that's what it worked. That's how it worked. They will probably get one card, but I think we actually want Deadly Cover-Up here. And we can take a treasure as well. So let's see if there will be a trigger. I would sacrifice land in their place. Oh, alright, they actually didn't want this creature. This is very interesting. I wonder if they expect a counter spell. Sorry, a sweeper. It really feels like they did. Not the best draw of my life. However, it enables the verges. Alright, we could go for the whale. Or we can Deadly Cover-Up. Braids is such a problem this game. Honestly, this is the only problem during the whole game. So let's go. We get rid of this and we try to, you know, to live with the rest. They should be playing Investigators, honestly. Is that really all removal? Oh, they lost the game. They absolutely lost the game. So they don't have blue mana, so we don't need caverns. We definitely want to start going. I think this was the turn when they lost the game. I think this is full hand of removal because, I mean, we are in standard, you know? So obviously they play a lot of it. Sure. And that means we go with the whale, right? It will die, but they need to pay more life. So, we are at 11. Man, the overdraw of lands is insane. Let's go with Invasion. And here we go with instant value. And that means we have Convoke on every creature. And this is the cool part about battles. You can play them and instantly flip them, and nobody will ever see it coming. Like, how they can expect you know, Invasion of Segovia suddenly. And that means we can untap this, and now we have 4 mana here and 5 mana here. So we actually have, man, we actually are winning. They need to play a sweeper right now. Is that good enough, sweeper? No, it's not. I can just go for this, and this is even better. And we still can counter spell if we really want to. Why would you? Oh my god, Sunken Citadel. I thought it's obvious tap, I didn't even pay attention to it. Well, that's a big deal, but we still have 5 mana, so it's okay. So even in the worst case, with untap or just saying no bro, we are still extremely ahead. I don't think there's any way our opponent is winning this. I mean, I guess we sacrifice it because the tap was wrong, so we don't have 3 mana, and I don't want to waste it. We actually traded already pretty good for this. Sure. I really want those extra cards. If I knew this will be the next draw, I would play differently. Let's go with the Reef, so we can start activating a lot of stuff. Now we don't have Convoke, but we still have a 6/6 that will win the game anyway. So we go 3 counter spells to... Oh, if that was untapped, we could go for everything. Definitely a count... Well, no. No, we don't need to do anything about it. We can do something about the next card they will play. Because I expect they will start playing Removal right now. Yep. But this is in no way. Alright, I forgot about this part. So, we could just counter it or make a copy. I actually want to make a copy more than anything else. Because that means we get the map tokens. And they are pretty cool. Alright. And we sacrifice the fish. And that was a messy turn. I always forget about this word thingy. But man, I knew I would draw more lands. It's crazy, but we are actually only drawing lands this game. So, what will we do? We will definitely start with this. We want to see the next card. That is the card I wanted to hit for a very long time. Alright, so we prepare the counter spell, right? Can they pump it? Probably not too much. I don't think they can. Let's go. We are not going with Reef yet. We want the mana untapped. We need to close this game right now. It would be so much easier if we hit Curiosity at any point in the game. That would be enough. Well, this is unfortunate because we have to counter it. But that's okay. Can we go for this 3/6? We can actually go for everything, which is great. Yeah, I think we have perfectly the mana. We copy this guy. We tap everything. They only have 3 mana. That's not enough to make anything impactful. We don't need Caverns because they don't play counter spells. Yeah, go for the Throat is nice draw. That's fine. That's fine. I don't think they can do anything that is impactful enough. Yep. So we will get rid of this, and then we kill them with the whale. We also have the Curiosity, so that shouldn't be any kind of problem. Oh man, this is even better. Yep. Yep, we will pay the ward. I probably could kill him. It's 1 damage off, right? But I really want to play the Curiosity. They know that we can draw cards on top of everything else, and they probably cannot answer whale. So even despite ward, they just couldn't do it. There was mono red. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed, and this Dimir is something else, and we have some talking to do because we barely scratched the surface of all the interactions and all possible interactions, because I actually had different ideas how to build the deck, and you can just go so crazy with this archetype. So before we go there, a huge thank you to our amazing patrons that allow content like this to happen for all of us, so we can enjoy playing Magic, watching Magic, just Magic. So thank you guys for that, and honestly the whole idea for the deck was that what if we never needed like silver scrutiny, memory deluge. Don't craft it, alright? It's rotated. All those cardo engines that are a little bit lackluster always. We're trying to make the best of them, but it's always a little bit hard to cast them. And I thought, what if our main cardo for the deck was Enduring Curiosity, and the rest was basically like a control deck with small tokens, pinged everywhere in Fanta Interference. Suddenly we have a spirit. Normally it's not worth to cast it because it's 4 mana 2/2, it's just lackluster. So unless you want to remove a planeswalker, it's usually not worth it. However, if you can make sure that you cast it, your opponent needs to remove it, and you draw extra card instantly, so it's basically 4 mana, cycle a card and create a spirit that draws card every turn. So that's crazy, man. And suddenly the card becomes extremely good. By the way, we never talked about Cavern of Souls. It didn't come into play because, bro, like, control deck in standard. Like, what was I thinking? The idea is that the only way to answer Curiosity in a card efficient way is to counter it. So if we can make sure you always call Cat on this, you don't call Glimmer because it gives away your strategy. So always name Cat, and then you just play it at one of the end steps. And your opponent as a control deck will probably kill it, but they need to use a removal. Very often they won't have the right removal, and then they need Get Lost on top of it to remove the enchantment. So if you do it like twice, they probably already don't have Get Lost. We also have Kaito, we have 4 of those, so one of them will stick at some point, and we also have Sunken Citadels because we really want to fuel this Fountainport as soon as possible. Also Reefs, as you have seen. The Tapper doesn't do a great job of this, so be careful. However, we are going full Fountainport, and even though we don't have demolition fields, you can always use Fountainport as a demolition field. Your opponent has Fountainport or Mirex, you just make the same tokens and you pay less mana than him because you have Sunken Citadel that is more efficient. We still play some sweepers because we need a way to clear the board at some point, especially like things like Akrasot can be annoying, but with Whale, look at how much removal and cheap interaction we have. So we should be fine. We can always stun things with Kaito, and one of the ideas is that Kaito is a creature with hexproof. It's extremely hard to remove, and many decks just don't have the answer in their whole deck against this, especially that it can grow with the emblem. So if your opponent keeps a blocker, you can always go above it sooner or later, and that means you can hit with your opponent with Kaito, draw card with Curiosity, and then go for the 0 surveil ability and draw another card. So we basically go like 4 mana cardo engine, because usually for 4 mana you scry 2 and you draw 2 cards. This is kind of the same. You surveil 2, you draw 1 here, and that's kind of insane because all of this is for free after you play them. You get this engine every single turn, and they probably cannot break it because one part is enchantment and second part is a planeswalker with hexproof. So like, bro, come on. This is the type of synergy that I really like in this deck. I kinda tried Twist Reality. Am I happy with it? Sometimes it works. Basically, the idea is that if your opponent doesn't play into your counter spell, you don't waste tempo, you manifest Dread, you probably hit something that isn't a creature unless you are super lucky and you hit Curiosity or Whale. And I mean, that's fine because you instantly attack your opponent. If you have 1 Curiosity, you already get your card back. If you have 2, you actually start drawing cards with this. So I think it's worth it. And yeah, don't forget about Caverns, Cat, and Casted at the end step. This forces every control deck, not only to just answer 2 for 1, but also they need to do it before you untap. So that means you have open turn, and that's when you can sneak Kaito into the board, or Segovia, or something. Don't forget that in the Invasion of Segovia, when it flips, it gives Convoke to every spell you cast that is non-creature, so obviously all of our deck. And the fact you untap basically 4 mana this way is insane. We are playing pretty high number of counter spells. We play 4 of those and 5 of those. So if you have enough mana, very often you can 3 steps ahead into cardo and still hold another interaction. And that's crazy because you are locking the game on the spot while your opponent needs to answer, because you are doing Curiosity like cards every turn, especially if Segovia, and this, it's already 4 cards a turn. So if they don't break it in single first turn, if you can counter what they do, they probably lost the game already because they had 1 turn to break it. And when you end up, when you draw 4 next cards, they probably are falling way too behind to ever recover over, especially that we're a control deck, so we are a little bit stronger than most of the other decks. Virtue of Persistence, I mean, I pay 2 mana and that's not a problem. So guys, that was me talking about Dimir. Oh my god, this was a long outro, wasn't it? But it was cool, and I think Enduring Curiosity idea for drawing cards is something very different, and it seems very, very good, especially that most of your opponents won't expect it. So it's taking them fully by surprise. They learn to ignore, control decks. I mean, what they will do for 4 mana Dance Step Jace at flash speed, and suddenly they have Curiosity in their board, and they're like, oh no, you are actually drawing 2 cards a turn, and I need to kill it. And a lot of aggro decks with pump spells actually don't have a way to kill this, which means they need to start defending, which breaks their heart and fills mine with joy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this absolutely long outro. It's cool Dimir, I liked it, it's very different and very enjoyable, and it's probably the best deck so far with Invasion of Segovia. Those 2 cards interact in a very good way, so hopefully it will work for you. Thank you for watching guys, and see you tomorrow.